Danica, hi. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your role as artist animateur during Culture Days.
Well, SAS Culture has a really neat program for Culture Days. The Animateur program is an opportunity for artists to become employed by SAS Culture to promote Culture Days. So I spent 5 months last year leading up to Culture Days visiting communities. I visited village offices, libraries, RM offices, friendship centers, meetings with parks and recreation boards, just telling people about Culture Days because not everybody's heard about Culture Days yet in Saskatchewan. I spent a lot of time in the rural areas, which was really exciting for me. Saskatchewan has a very vibrant arts community already, but it was interesting to give them another opportunity to showcase the talent and the backgrounds of people, the ethnic backgrounds, and the just everything that the small communities have to offer. One of the things that's really interesting about the program is the opportunity to create a workshop that offers people a hands-on cultural activity. So my activity, I'm a storyteller, so my activity was a storytelling workshop, and part of it was planting story seeds with little beads and ribbons and connecting those ribbons and finding the places in our lives where our stories connected. And so the stories came out of imagination and memory and memories of experiences, memories of stories we've heard people tell us. So it was exciting for me to be to be a listener in that, to be part of it in that way, and to share some of the stories that I have about our province and our land and our lakes and our rivers and all the wonderful things that we have in Saskatchewan.
I just wanted to, you said earlier that you had an example of working with, I guess, was it a little boy that maybe you want to tell us about?
Well, one of the interesting partnerships that emerged out of a meeting with Parks and Recreation and the different districts that we have in Saskatchewan was through the health district in Lloydminster. And they invited me to come to an immunization clinic. So I was set up in the hallway and telling families about Culture Days coming up and talking to them and having them do the little activity. And I had a little boy come out. He stormed out of the office and he said, "Mom, you didn't tell me I had to get a needle today." And he looked straight at me and I said, "Do you want to come and sit down and have a story?" And so he took a second to just compose himself. And he took one of the beads and he looked at it and it had the word dragon on it. And we looked at that word and I said, "Well, what do you know about dragons?" And he said, "I think dragons like soup with red and green beetles in it, but I don't think they'd like rice. I'm pretty sure they don't like rice." And he pulled more of those beads out and we developed this whole little story and culture made the pain go away. When he sat next to me, he was clutching his arm because of the needle mark. And by the end of it, his parents had to drag him away from me about half an hour later because he just wanted to sit and tell stories. So it was really wonderful for me to be part of that. And there were many, many moments on that journey as an animateur where I felt so lucky to be part of it, to be sharing.